Okay, so we're going to go through a couple of dispatch-based things here today. Um, Now, you're all familiar with the dispatch screen, and we're looking here at one particular driver. So you see here the driver's name, the icon showing his vehicle, which is changeable in case you didn't know that. This is the mobile tech device, which shows right now that it is logged off. All right. Next to that, you see the order count and the package count, order count, package count, and the weight that the driver is carrying in his vehicle. You also see two graphs here. This is the vehicle capacity, I believe, and this is what he's holding. So 4% of capacity, and that's defined in the driver master. Let's go to the driver master real quick and just show you some of this stuff. So here's the driver master for that particular driver. This is all pretty self-explanatory. Birth date, start date. You can send me a card if you'd like. Employee, etc., etc. Here's the vehicle capacity. So that graph there is based on this, and also the vehicle box size. I just made these numbers up. The driver's manifest template and communication. This is my cell phone. This, because I'm at AT&T, is my text, email to text address. If you put that here, I've shown this before. If you put that here, you'll see that you can email the driver by doing that, and that's a pretty cool function. I dispatch a lot of pickups when I'm dispatching that way. So all you need to do is know the person's cell phone carrier. All right, here you see the last job closed out on Mobile Tech was 52 minutes ago in Port Jefferson. Okay, so let's go up to the top here, starting at the right. You see this icon here that looks like a map. Open it up, and that's exactly what it is. All right. No drivers listed here, so hit refresh pins, and there. Okay, that's all drivers that are logged in right now to Mobile Tech. You'll see their pins all over the screen here. Look at that. So if we zoom in to a reasonable zoom level, so let's say we wanted to look at driver 211. There he is. And you'll see the last GPS on him was 3 minutes ago. He was standing still. He's got 6 orders on him. That's what's open, not what he had today. And you can trace him. So if you wanted to trace the last 15 minutes where he's been, you can do that. And you can see this guy hasn't been very far in the 15 minutes. You can also click on the driver's icon if you see it. So you'll see Luis got 79 orders under him. Where's he been for the last 30 minutes? He's been all over creation. You want to get rid of that, you hit clear. So you can do that with any driver that's logged in. So click on it, it'll go right to him. Okay, and that's all pretty cool. You can also, there's other various things you can do here. You can, let's say you wanted to see where a driver was at 9 a.m. yesterday. You could say, let's say 11 a.m. yesterday. So you could say, well, I want to look at driver 8003 on the 14th from 11 o'clock to, let's say 2:30. Okay, all military time, remember that. So now I'm looking at that driver for this 3.5 hour window. Here's everything he did. Every GPS hit we got off of him. So, pretty cool. So, let's say you had a delivery that went out and you wanted to prove that a driver was somewhere. I mean, not that this is proof to a customer, but it's proof to you. You can do that. We can also clear that. You can also show orders. I wouldn't do that. That'll lock your system up real fast. You can change the refresh rate. You can display pick up the delivery lines, which is exactly what it sounds like, and that also will lock up your system pretty quick, and that's because we have so many orders. This can be filtered by delivery center, so I'm going to zoom out real quick. All right, so there's everything. So let's say you only wanted to look at the Long Island drivers. There's the Long Island drivers. There's the Glendale drivers. There's the New Jersey Max drivers. There's the New Jersey payroll drivers. You could also just look at different types of freight. Drivers holding those kinds of freight. Well, I don't really see much use in that. All right, so that's that. So let's set that aside. Also very important is the event viewer. So if you click on event viewer there, and this is also available in the reports. If you have access, you can run a report for a particular time frame. So you open up the event viewer, and the first thing to look at is this. This is the preferences. And this will tell you what events you want to view. What I'm looking at here is orders transferred, orders possession exchanged, and orders POD'd. And I think that's everything. Yeah. There's a lot of other stuff you can choose, and you can get an audio alert, which I'm going to turn on just so you can see what that's like. This delivery center has to do with the orders, not the drivers. So if I choose Long Island, I'm not just going to see Long Island drivers. I'm going to see only Long Island accounts. So leave it on all. All right. So you'll see that as these things happen, it scrolls, it refreshes. I think the setting was every 30 seconds, but you can change that. You can click on an order number. As it scrolls, it will show you the driver number. Yeah, so driver 8003 just closed something. That's the order. If you click on it, it will open the order. It will also let you send an email if you wanted to send an email based on that. And my system just froze. Oh, let's wait for it to unfreeze. So here you'll see the driver number. Here you'll see, I don't know if you heard the audio that it just made. It just beeped that a POD was done. So here you'll see what the driver did with it. Receptionist, front desk, as we know, is what we do with every single package apparently. If you wanted to email it, it could be emailed. So you click on the email button. It'll come from me or from you, whoever you are. I'll send one actually, just so you can see what that looks like. All right. So it's nothing fancy. It's just exactly what you just saw there. It's just going to say that the order was delivered. So as I was saying before, you can click on the order number and it'll pop up. And what else? What else? You can look various users. If you wanted to only look at, say, Office Max, you put in the Office Max number, say this is from an hour ago, and it'll only show you those Office Max orders. Hey, here's the email that just came in. As you can see, it just tells you the order number, desk, whatever the POD is. You can also filter this by driver number. So just like you put in the account number, you could put in the driver number. Same thing. It'll show you only what that driver did. You can omit an account number. So if we wanted to look at everything except ADP, you could type in ADP here. So that's that. What else? What else? As you can see, my screen just refreshed. And that's basically it. As you can see, if you have two monitors, like I do, you can hit this two monitor button in dispatch, and it'll break it into two windows, which you can't see the second one because I'm only recording one monitor. But let me drag it over here. Excuse me. There you go. So you'll get the upper window here and the lower window here. And if you just X out of the second window, it'll go back to the two window version. And the various icons down here. If you click on the drivers icon, you get a thing where you can filter out the drivers. I don't use that very often. What else? Display orders. Occasionally, people will accidentally click that, and then they will only see orders. They won't see routes. If you click on that, you won't see the driver number. You'll only see the routes and the orders. Display routes. If you unclick that, you'll see that I have 54 orders, but you can't see any of them. So be careful of that. Same thing up here. Driver last POD is pretty interesting. If you click that, you'll see a list of all drivers, every driver. So this doesn't necessarily mean they're active. So when you see a driver here with 1,000 minutes since his last POD, maybe he's just not working today. But you'll see Marcus delivered 1 minute ago. Urbano delivered 14 minutes ago. This is how many orders they've got left. You can filter it. You want to put a driver number in, you'll see he delivered his last one 7 minutes ago. That's pretty cool. Save the screen layout you don't need. The field chooser. And this is the same thing as the driver filter. And that's basically it. And if anybody has any questions on any of this, please don't hesitate to call me.